Hi gang, Dan here, the living room guitarist. I should say good morning. It's like a quarter to 6 in the morning when I'm filming this. I'm afraid like I'm gonna wake somebody up here. Believe me, I've got the dark roast going here, and we're getting a tune. We're getting into a tune this week that pretty much brand new. Let me just play it. It's the beginning of something. I'd love your input and your feedback, and maybe you can make something of this and help arrange it. But it's one of those nice open chord tunings. We'll talk it through. Let me just present this real quick, just some basic ideas here, and see what you might be able to do with this tune. Just the start of something there. It's in a G sus4 tuning, so that open chord tuning. It was so random how this came about. There's just this idea, just maybe 4 or 5 days ago. I'm walking into the gym. I'm a member of LA Fitness, and you go in there and you have to scan your little barcode and just to say, hi, I'm here. So these two guys were sitting at the desk, and I walk in there and I scan, and just randomly one of them says, what's your favorite Led Zeppelin song? And I'm like, well, just pick any, I guess. Really, any of them will do. But I was caught off guard. I'm like, well, I guess maybe the Rain song. It's a really gorgeous tune, and they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, so there I went. But I'm just thinking about that. Wow, the Rain song. I haven't thought about that in years. I haven't played that in years, and I was just going through. I'm like, it's in that nice G suspended fourth tuning there. Those just gorgeous chords. The G that he starts with. Just such a pretty tune. I hadn't played that in so long, so it's been on my mind. So I had that tuning here, and if if you're a guitar player and you don't like the Rain song, I'm sorry, I can't help you, because you should. But this G suspended fourth tuning, so it's D, and then G, C, G, C, D. So just D, G, C, G, C, D, and it's just a really pretty sound. And that's the essence of the Rain song there when you think about, right? Right, just such a gorgeous tune there. But I was just wondering, now that I had it in that tuning, could I do something else with it, just for fun, a little experimental tune? So I just started messing around, and I found just some little chord combinations and picking patterns that sounded kind of interesting. And yeah, just such a pretty tune that you can make up. Open chords, again, they're very forgiving, but also they can be quite challenging because some things that you're used to doing don't work. You have to be able to experiment and be willing to screw up and say, oh, yuck, and then you just keep messing with it. And it's a lot of fun to play open chords. So I'll call this tune, or this developing tune, I'll call it Not Likely, because I was talking to a friend from high school like a couple of Sundays ago. And like last summer was our 500th year high school reunion, and he went and he was talking about all these folks that we remember from high school that were like the most likely to this and most likely to that. You see them now all these years later, and no, they weren't very likely. So this tune is called Not Likely. But I start down here on the 4th and 5th fret, so 2nd string up, 3rd string up on 4 and 5, and I'm just picking it up. And you can find a picking pattern that works for you. come back, second string down on the 3rd fret, and the second string up on the 4th fret. You can arpeggiate that chord any way you want. Slide it back to 1 or 2nd string on the 2nd fret. The rest of them open. Sometimes I bring in that third fret's last string down there. Then hit that what would otherwise be a G note, 3rd fret, 1st string, and then you'll just bar those bottom 2 strings on the 2nd fret and let them go. Then I come back to the 5th fret, 1st and 4th string, or actually 1st and 3rd string, and then go drop it down to the 4th string. And that kind of leads you into what could be a verse or something. So I'm just taking those top 2 strings by themselves and the rest open for a second. And I'm coming to the 4th string down on the 3rd fret and sliding it back to the 2nd fret. This is a challenging stretch for a larger fretboard. So come back to that thing on the 5th fret. So here it is again. Top 2 strings, the rest open for a moment, and you can again find a strumming pattern that works. Depending on the mood you want to set. Sometimes I would even experiment with barring those whole bottom strings on the 3rd fret there. That gives it an interesting sound too. A lot of choices there. Come here, 5th fret, 2nd string down, 4th fret, 3rd string down, and I'm just going to hit that, and I'm going to hammer on to the 3rd string down that 5th fret, and then switch here, so 2nd string down, 7th fret, 3rd string down, 5th fret, and then back to what normally would be a C. Kind of a G minor shape. Slide it up 2 frets. And then sort of as a resolution, I come down here to the 7th fret, 2nd and 4th string down, and I'm going to hammer on to the 4th string down to that 9th fret. So just, and then slide it back 2 frets, and then back to that 1st string and 4th string on that 5th fret. It just sounds like a nice kind of resolution to whatever tension I had created there, or tried to create. So the Not Likely song here, because I wasn't trying to write a song, I was just thinking about, gosh, I hadn't played the Rain song in years. I got into that tuning and tried to remember some of the chords there, and then I thought, what else could I do with it? And it's fun to experiment. Again, remember, recipe, ingredients, and come up with something. It's a lot of fun just to play around the fretboard and see what we can discover and make music together, because amateur living roomers like you and me, you know what? You have something to say too. You don't have to be a big celebrity and star and, you know, have a bunch of hit records. They have something to say. You know, a lot of talented living roomers out there in this country. And here we are with the biggest band in the world right here. All our fellow living roomers getting together. We share our ideas back and forth, help develop our songs together, you know, challenge each other, inspire each other, validate each other. It's really a lot of fun. It's all about just creative expression on the fretboard, having fun playing guitar. All right, so listen, subscribe to the show. We're at you know, you see what you can do, just click subscribe, but hopefully you'll tell a buddy too, because we'd love to have some more guests in here. We've got some wonderful folks in the recent past. Love to keep that going here and feature you and your playing, totally talk you up and celebrate your guitar journey, and you can teach us something and we can collaborate together. So much fun to make music. We will see you on the next episode of The Living Room Guitarist. Remember, if you want to submit something, you're absolutely welcome to do that, and we'll just enjoy playing music together. It's livingroomguitarist@gmail.com. We'll see you next time.